there. Welcome to the Producer Joe Show. Today's a little bit different. We are joined by members of the OMBAC committee. Am I right? It's a committee? Club, excuse me. We are broadcasting live from my deli, Hilltop Deli. And Amy can never poke her head in here. I'd like her to say hi. But Hilltop Deli, 1870 Cordell Court, El Cajon, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 3. That's my little commercial piece right there.
Good sandwiches.
Here she comes.
And here comes Amy. Camera's right over there. You're not gonna say anything. Okay.
Hi. It's good to see you guys.
Yes.
I feel like I never get to see you anymore. Hopefully this year I can actually come to OMBAC. Right? Hopefully this year.
You'll be there.
I'm hoping to be there too. This year, finally.
There you go.
All the other years I had to work. So.
Well, Amy, this is Mac. You know
I
Mac.
know Mac.
Then we have Darian,
Hi, Darian.
Tim,
Hi, Tim.
and Bill.
Hi, Bill.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm going to be over here listening, so I expect some fascinating and maybe dirty stories.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
We'll make
All
some.
right.
Yeah.
So,
I've
OMBAC.
Yep.
Tell me about OMBAC. Give me a little back history. I believe it was established in 54. Is that right?
54, that's right. And it's called the Old Mission Beach Athletic Club. And actually, a lot of people don't know what or even where Old Mission Beach is/was. It still technically is, but nobody knows it that way. Old Mission Beach is actually the area of Mission Beach that just north of Belmont Park up to PB. That's Old Mission Beach. And the history of the club is really because back in the early 50s, the guys played volleyball a lot. And they wanted to join in tournaments up in the Long Beach area. And Long Beach didn't let people come into their tournaments unless they were with a club. So the guys said, okay, the hell with it, we'll create our own club. So that was the origin of the Old Mission Beach Athletic Club. It's so they could go up to Long Beach and play in volleyball tournaments, which is why, actually, if you look at the logo, I don't know if you can see this, the logo, the OMBAC man, or Cadmo, some people call him, he's holding a volleyball, and that's the reason behind that, because the club actually started.
I have that on screen right now, as our viewers can see it. Pretty cool little logo.
That was actually originally designed by a Walt Disney artist,
Really.
and I have the actual original right here.
Look at that.
So it still has you can see the whiteout marks and the actual markups and the whole bit. And that was the original OMBAC.
That's super cool. That was really neat. We do have a lot of Disney stuff around the shop here, so it's kind of fitting to bring that in here right now. That's cool.
But that's how the club started. And you know, OTL kind of came about that. So the guys started the club because of wanting to play volleyball. And when they were waiting for courts to open up, they would play this game, now known as Over the Line, as a way to pass the time between waiting for courts to open to play volleyball. So the original OTL version wasn't what it is today. The rules weren't as in-depth as they are now. It was a pickup game. They played to pass the time. But as the game became more popular, the guys established more precise rules and that type of thing. And then everyone was starting to play that game instead of volleyball, and they came up with the idea of having a tournament. And that's how the over-the-line tournament started.
Now, how was the field designed? It's a very unique field, obviously. And I'm going to pull up a drawing.
It is. It's 55 feet across and 55 feet from home, which is the bottom of that little triangle. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Viewers can see this, by the way. There's a,
That's
And it's actually 50 feet now. We shrunk it.
Yeah.
Probably. It's actually been
Okay.
shrunk twice. Originally it was like 6 feet. So it was all Ron Lip Place steps. Is how they did it when the original members walked off the court. And that, so it was always known by 20 steps or 19 steps of Ron Lip Place steps. So now it's down to 50 because the games it was too big of a court. The games are going too long. So they narrowed it up to get more defense.
now, I have a picture here of Mike Curran. That is the
Yes.
man who invented the
The
game.
Godfather.
He's the one who kind of perfected it. You know, the game kind of existed in a different form, but he's the one who really, you know, brought it together.
It's a legend.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
As a native San Diegan, this all means a lot to me because, it's great to have things like this stick around.
Yeah.
This certainly has, and it has different, you guys have different missions, right? I mean, you do things like chili cook-offs and such. What are the other things that OMBAC does?
That's what I said.
So one of the big ones, one of the big ones we
Drink.
take on.
Drinking is kind of cool.
Yeah, you drink.
The Armed Services YMCA, we're one of their biggest supporters. We usually build something like couple hundred
It's
bikes.
a couple hundred bikes every
Yeah.
Christmas time.
At Christmas time, we donate all those bikes back to the YMCA. We also do a lot of parades. We have a 103-year-old fire truck now.
Oh, cool.
We take that in a lot of parades around San Diego, and honestly, a lot of charitable stuff for that too. We picked up Santa and took him to a orphan kids event last year, and a lot of stuff. As much charity as we can give back. We sponsor a lot of younger kids events, tournaments, and then we also put on we host a lot of our own kids events and stuff like that. Junior Over the Line being a big one. Annual surf competition.
Well, while we're on that,
A lot of
Junior Over the Line.
adaptive sports is another
Yeah, a
big
lot
one
of
too.
it.
So we do a lot of wheelchair over the line, wheelchair rugby, wheelchair basketball, all that stuff. So that's one of our big.
Everyone's included.
Yes,
Everyone-
absolutely.
Now, I have a picture pulled up right now of the Junior Over the Line right here, and does have the 2026 tournament dates on there. That's pretty cool because, you also have women, you guys send us pictures of women, disabled, everyone is included. I think that's really cool.
I started playing over the line as a junior. I started playing when I was probably 7 or 8 years old, and
About 10 years ago.
yes,
Yeah.
not too long ago. I just graduated out of it. But my brothers played, my sisters played, and I grew up in Linda Vista, so we were pretty close to the beach community. And it's cool seeing a lot of the kids that have come through juniors and are still playing and sticking with it. My kids have all played through juniors. Now they're playing in the big tournaments. So it's fun.
Yeah, and on that same note, a lot of people probably know that are from San Diego, or have been here a while at least. Like I grew up in Ramona. In Ramona, we played over the line in elementary, middle, and high school. I mean, it was part of the PE program. So, it's a good way to kind of get the game out and about, and honestly get kids outside again, give them having a good time.
So you weren't chasing sheep around? You're playing over the line?
Exactly.
With your Velcro gloves?
Moving the sheep, that was the case.
We couldn't afford gloves in Ramona Dairy.
So speaking of gloves, what is your guys' preferred glove of choice to catch that ball? Because, we all have sensitive hands.
So it's actually bare
Yeah.
hands.
I know.
Way.
So my middle finger's typically
Victim of-
one
Oh.
that'll show you.
Yeah.
I have one of those also.
But most OTL players will tell you,
Wow.
and the minute I show this, somebody will say, "Oh, that's nothing."
Yeah,
Look at
I
this.
got my
Yeah.
I've broken this one, but it's healed better than that one.
Yeah, it is.
You want to hold that up to the camera so they can actually.
That's nothing to be proud of. I just made you quick
Yeah,
catch.
and I missed it. Yeah, I mean that was the kick.
Now, the reason that I ask that is
Yeah.
I'm a baseball purist. I played baseball, played softball. I just love the feel of a glove. So I went and played over the line, no gloves. It was just a weird concept to get around. Obviously, a dangerous concept as well.
But we do. Gloves are in there now. A lot of people play with gloves. We have glove divisions.
Really,
And we've done that because people, whatever, like I
you can say it.
It sucks, man. Catching a ball. Yeah. I don't,
You can say
But
it.
it hurts if I can catch a ball now, and I'm
Yeah.
getting older, and it just hurts more. And
Yeah.
so we play all year long, and we play with gloves all winter because it's cold in the morning when we're playing. And then now we have a glove division at our World Championship, which is open any age glove. The 70-year-olds wear gloves. The 60-year-olds wear gloves. We're talking about maybe the 50-year-olds starting to wear gloves.
Oh, now we're talking.
And now we also have a co-ed division now. So, and that's gloves. So 2 guys and a girl, 2 girls and a guy, or 3 girls if that's how they want to do it.
All the junior divisions
All the
all wear
juniors
gloves
all wear
all the way
gloves.
through until they're 18.
Yeah.
So
I also realize that there's a lot of people who would want to play the game, but don't because of the injury possibility.
Sure.
Because there's a lot of tradespeople who would love to
Exactly.
play.
That's what I was going to say. I'm a welder, and it would be the
Right.
end.
Yeah.
So that's why we came up with the glove division.
and it's funny. It's kind of what you were saying.
Yeah.
There is some frown
There's a
upon
stigma.
using the gloves because OG players never use gloves. However, I mean, kind of what we're talking about. We're trying to get this sport to keep going forever. We want it to be out there. We want everyone to play. So playing with the glove is part of it, and that's fine to get everybody.
But you'll get a little side eye.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that's
it's
going away,
slowly,
Yeah.
it's slowly going away.
Yeah.
But like when we first started using the gloves, it was just taboo. And then eventually it's starting to roll into it. Now you see guys that used to say, I'm never wearing a glove. There's nobody like John Holbrook or somebody like
Right.
that was just staunch, no gloves. He's out there with the glove every time now.
And if you're good,
Yeah.
I mean, the gloves really, aren't giving you that much. I mean, if you're a
Good-
good hitter,
good hitters are
you
good
good hitters
hitters.
aren't hitting near you or your glove.
It gives you an extension.
Right.
Yeah.
It gives you an
Yeah.
extension.
Yeah, so it's, we're
Definitely
trying
helps
to
the game
make an avenue for everybody to play.
Sure.
So there's no reasons, no more excuses why you don't have a team,
Right.
right? So I hope we're gonna see you out there this year. Now we know there's a glove.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll be
And there's a
there.
co-ed, so you and your wife can play.
Because we can.
No, I can't imagine her playing. By the way, Amy did deliver some snacks here. I hope you guys can enjoy that. Those look like prosciutto bites.
Yeah.
Um, we do Hilltop Deli. We do catering. We do charcuterie parties. We do sandwiches. You know,
I have the cutest pitch man in the whole world.
debatable. So, what is new this year? What you got going on that's might be new here?
Last year we added cornhole. So we have a cornhole competition going on, and last year was the first year, so it kind of came up at the last minute and got put in. So this year that's really good. That sold out quick, so that we're growing that. And now we're doing a washer tournament, which is kind of, you know what it is, there's 3 holes on a board, and you throw a washer in that. So that's, the washers and the cornhole are gonna be their own separate compound. So that's kind of our newest thing. Last year co-ed was our new division. We brought that on like 3 weeks before the tournament. And it was the biggest hit on the island. Everybody loved it. Like we ended up with 100 teams or so in that division, and everybody had the best time. So this year we're making a pro and an open co-ed division, because what happened is you got some of the top players, and we got people that were newer playing, and it just wasn't, somebody was going to get hurt. Right, you know, and like you don't want to go play against Valley Farm if you haven't played before. They're the top of the food chain. So now we're gonna have a pro division and an open division. So we're separating them. So it'll be a more casual, fun, and it's more competitive division. So
To that point, talking about the co-ed divisions, it's one of those things that if you've been to OTL, you may have only come out on a Saturday, and it's kind of a big party day, and it's an open. You may not have seen the best of games that are out there, but on the second weekend, we typically have our finals. And that is like the best of the best players continuously. The co-ed division has really opened up for the first weekend to be able to see those same players in with their gloves and playing, you know, the way they hit, the way they dive, all of that. So if you miss second weekend for whatever reason, which you shouldn't, you're able to see it.
we're bringing top quality games to the first weekend.
Now, when you're talking about co-eds, is it shirts against no shirts?
That's optional.
It's optional. There you go.
Always optional.
Amy, you're not playing.
Yeah.
What?
Co-ed, shirts against no shirts. You're not playing.
Yeah, there's your team.
You got a team already.
That's your team name right there.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Maybe I should come here.
So I'm assuming you're wearing the shirt, they're not wearing the shirts.
Oh, you want me wearing shirts?
You got it.
Oh, sorry.
Fine, anyway. So I read that you had sister brother organizations. Is that correct?
We do. The Imperial Beach Athletic Club, IBAC.
Shout out to IBAC.
Yeah, big time. And they're big supporters of ours, and we try to help them out as much as possible as well. They run OTL tournaments every year, well, more than once a year. And they have horseshoe tournaments, things like that.
And they're a big help on our cornhole. They help us run the cornhole thing. So if it was without IBAC, we would be able to do the cornhole. So it's a huge thank you to them. And when they do their 1 weekend tournament, they do, and they invite us all
In
down.
October.
And
Yep.
they give us RV spots right there on the
Yeah.
beach and let us play their tournament.
Amazing.
It's super fun. Like how well they treat us there.
Such a fun
amazing.
group.
Yeah.
Great group.
Now, I was just going through pictures for the viewers to watch, the pictures that you all sent me, and I saw the pitch, and it reminded me of a buddy who I had out there. This is a dangerous position to be in, a pitcher. My buddy Chris Merrill, he went out there about 8 years ago. He's pitching, hand absolutely shattered his hand. are there safeguards against that, or is it just kind of like?
Yeah. You get hit once and you don't do it again.
Yeah, those guys typically don't pitch again.
Yeah.
So technically the rule is you can pitch from anywhere behind the line outside the triangle. So you can, back in the day, they used to be farther away and they would slow pitch it in.
And there's still teams where
There's some-
they're slow pitching off the side of the triangle.
Yeah.
Like a normal type of softball type pitch off the side.
Yeah, but as technique developed within the teams, it just kind of became more commonplace to be dealing right next to them.
It's just, you have so much more back control and ball control with the pitch being straight up and using a golf swing as opposed to a baseball swing. And that's where a lot of the people will get hit is they're in there pitching like the guy's going to take a golf swing and then they take a softball swing at a 45 angle and they're just not far away. And there is, like, we play Winter League, so we play every Saturday down at Crown Point, just draw tournaments. And a guy got hit in the head last year, that's 2 years ago now. And it was just a freak accident. It was the guy pitching plays all the time. The guy that hit him plays all the time. There's just miscommunication. He threw a pitch and the guy did a flat home run swing and the guy never moved and took it right to the head. And I mean, it was a horrible sight. And but I just saw him out playing in the tournament at Beer Fest. The guy's back, healthy, and back playing again. You know, it's pretty amazing that he loves the game that much that he's still playing. I think
there's stories. I mean, everyone's got a story of somebody who pitched or you were pitching to somebody brand new. And it's definitely a learning curve, but with practice, it's doable. It happens. So
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's a physical game. So things do happen. You try and safeguard that. It goes back to the relationship between the pitcher and the batter. You really need a good relationship. You need to make sure you're exactly on the same page, you're synced up basically, so that you're taking the same pitch as the guy's giving. And sometimes that doesn't happen, especially you get draw tournaments. You get some guys just aren't really connected on that level, and that's where you get those accidents.
And and the winter leagues and the off tournaments besides the OMBAC one, we really do stress that. Talk to your teammate, be safe. Think about what you're doing. Don't try to do anything you're not comfortable with. Don't take a swing you're not sure you're going to be able to do. But it even happens at our tournaments. I mean, I've seen good players get hit. I've seen bad players get hit. It is unfortunate part of it.
And I mean, I had a game a couple years ago where a guy was pitching off to the side and was kind of one knee up, one knee down, and the wind was going, and he pitched, and the ball came back in, and the guy swung the bat and knocked his whole knee out. The pitcher. So I mean, other than just being underneath him and pitching the way we normally do.
Did the knee go further than the ball?
Unfortunately, the ambulance came out to that one, but.
Anyways, let's go to better.
Better. Back to gloves.
You're not helping our sales.
It's a technical question, yes, but a lot of us, we do have our careers, and again, it goes back to welder, or whoever else.
Right.
And you can do the soft toss. You can do something a little safer, especially if you're a softball guy. You're typically going to have a flatter, more of a baseball swing. Then the soft toss is a better pitch anyway. So it makes more sense. So know your game and just play within your limits.
Now, each of you, how long has each of you been with OMBAC?
Almost 10 years for me.
I've only been here for 4 years.
I'm 10 years, 11 years, something like that.
Yeah, I'm going to change up the direction of this, or the description of it, but I'm just going to say since 2011.
Oh,
This is not a math guy.
I gotcha. I could get my calculator out.
Yeah,
That's all right. Now, does anybody have an interesting story to tell? Something that you may have seen on the field or off the field? Because I know there's a lot of fun stuff here.
Well, when the strippers used to play. Right. Yeah, I'm a player. I play a lot. I play all year long. We go camping. We're just camping at the Silver Strand, and I brought OTO balls, and we picked up a game at the Silver Strand just last week. So I just, watching the top players play, watching the best players, watching, especially the older guys, man. You go out and play with a Tommy Whalen, who's 81, I think, just hits rockets, hits the ball so hard, 80-something years old. It just, to me, that's the coolest thing, watching just the good players execute a good game.
Yeah, they can't
And
move
the
around real
strippers.
fast, but
yeah. You just
you
put a
know,
hula hoop
they're
around
slow
and
in
that's all
the
they
field,
do.
but it's a master class watching those guys hit. Man.
Yeah.
You got 3 guys in the field, you know they're not going to run very fast to get that ball, but they're hitting every little spot where there's not a person.
Yeah.
Back and forth all day long.
Who's the guy that has the tomahawk swing?
That's Kevin Cote. And yeah, they stand up, pitch the ball up, and he hits it like a tomahawk.
Wow.
So he's
And he's
standing there
accurate.
facing, he's got many rings, many world championships. He faces the players, so he's just watching the whole time as the pitch goes up. He's watching it, and you run that way, and he goes, doink, that way, that way. When we had metal bats,
Can't even imagine.
he actually had a triangular metal bat, so he was hitting on the flat side of the bat. So he had so much control on it. And then he would drop down and hit just a bomb home run. So you couldn't cheat him all the way in and put everybody right up front because he had that other hit that would do it. But he's a great golfer. I golf him kind of bit too. So he's a good guy.
And there's a bunch of stories like that. I mean, there's some guys that had bats that they found down in Mexico, which were just sticks on the beach.
Oh, Chico.
Chico, hit with a bat that he found down in Rosarito, and that's,
Yeah, it was a big log. He used it as a poker that weekend, so the handle still worked. He still plays with it.
Yeah.
And when OMBAC went to the wood bats, it had to be an official OMBAC bat. So he got out his engraver and he engraved official OMBAC
Right on it.
softball bat. And he plays with it. He won't play with it in our tournament, but he plays with it in all the other tournaments. And I've tried swinging it, man. It's heavy. It's hard, but it's crooked. It's got knots on it, but he's beat me with that bat before, so it's pretty interesting.
in a game.
And again, yes, yeah, never just
Just want to make sure.
But story-wise, man, boy, there's just so much fun we've had over the years, and with the camping down there in the RVs and nightlife, the partying,
I mean, probably to this day, one of the only places in definitely Southern California, maybe San Diego, maybe California, maybe who knows. But for $400, you can get a campsite for 2 weekends on the beach.
3 days.
Yeah,
Friday,
3 days. So
Saturday,
you come in Friday, stay Saturday, leave Sunday,
Maybe Monday.
or Monday.
You say
yeah.
Friday night, Saturday,
Sunday night. Yeah. But still, I mean,
Yeah.
to be able to do that, there's nowhere else.
Is it pet friendly?
It is pet friendly down there.
Yeah.
In the campground.
In the camp,
But that leads to another.
Not in the tournament area.
Yeah.
No dogs in the tournament area.
Yeah.
that's about our only rules are the 3 Bs, which Matt can tell you what those ones are.
Yeah, no bottles, meaning no glass, no Bowsers, no dogs, and no babies, meaning it's really not the ideal location for kids. We can't stop you from bringing your kids if that's what you want to do, but it's just not the best place. As you kind of talked about before, some of the team names are kind of adult, some of them can be. And, you don't want maybe your 7 or 8-year-old walking around here and some of these team names.
Well, we're going to get to that in a minute because that is actually a question from one of our viewers. But I do have a picture pulled up right now of camping opportunities. Is there still opportunities right now? Or is it all sold out?
It actually goes public, June 1st.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in going to the rules, just to go back to that, there is rules on the team names also. A lot of people don't realize that.
Right, it's not a free-for-all.
You can't make fun of John Wayne. You can't say anything about the PSA plane crash that happened here in San Diego. And you're not supposed to make fun of mothers.
And no F word.
I think that one's kind of.
That one's kind
Yeah.
of. That one's
Yeah.
kind
That
of.
Once they realized
Yeah.
you could spell it PH, that would have
My uncle was actually on a PSA crash. He was a captain. He was deadheading on the way back. So,
Yeah, I don't know at the time that with OMBAC. I think one of the OMBAC members was the flight control or had something to do with the crash. So it was real sensitive to OMBAC at the time. So, and San Diego.
And I think it was just out of respect as well, because
Yeah.
we actually, when Junior Seau passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do have a conscience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you were going to try to throw one story.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say my favorite. Bring it back to fun stuff. I get new people. I bring out to OTL every year, pretty much. First place I take him is Darian's campsite.
Oh boy.
He has a good sized RV and he has a nice little fence he sets up around it and everything. But right inside the fence, there's a lady we call Susie Cream Cheese.
She's on
And this is,
Facebook. You can like
she's
her.
on Facebook. She's a very
You can like
famous
her.
lady. But she's basically just a mannequin that's hollowed out on the inside. Tubes coming out of her boobs.
Her head's a
Funnel up top.
Yeah.
And you get, 2 people at a time, usually preferably ladies, and they get a full beer bong out of it.
Yeah.
they're always, you know, everybody, when you start walking through the RV lot, honestly, it's the most generous place on planet Earth. You can just walk down there, ask anybody for a beer, ask anybody for whatever they're cooking for dinner. They'll take care of you, no problem. You can hang out with them for hours on end, and then you realize, oh shit, it's 3 a.m. I gotta get back.
I think I want to go down there just for that.
Yeah. Susie Cream Cheese makes it out every year. Now we used to bring a keg down just to fill her up. So we buy a keg so people could have drinks. And now the keg got to be too much work, so we just bring cases and cases and cases of beer and just put the cooler right next to her and help yourself. You know, we don't ask any questions. We don't.
To that point, I mean, that's part of why we love OTL. Is the community that's behind it, right? I mean, the community, I mean, I grew up surfing a lot, and I think that community, like, of surfers is kind of that same family feel of OTL. Everybody kind of knows everybody. Everybody's helping each other out.
Even if they don't know you.
Even if they don't know you, they're bringing you in. You know, if you're brand new learning, I mean, some of the other leagues that we have where we're pairing you up with other players who played, I mean, everyone is willing to show you a better way of doing it, a new way of doing it, how to better your game. You know, we do love the sport, but the family itself is huge too. I definitely love it.
It's really interesting. That's a lot of people ask me why I keep playing Overline, and it's truly the family. I mean, I love the game, but it's the friends. I've been playing this for whatever 30 or 40 years, and it's the friends I've made. And we call them OTL. You ask any Overline player, it's the OTL family. I mean, now we vacation together with friends. We camp together. We freaking cook together. We
Do podcasts
do
together.
podcasts together. I mean,
Hang out.
it's really cool. So when my daughter, she's 20 now, but she played all through juniors. And when she was 18, she came out on a Friday before the tournaments. We were practicing. She just came to hang out, and she was walking around with me. And there's 50 courts, and we walked most of the courts. And every court I went to, I'm giving somebody a hug, and somebody's giving me a beer or saying hi. And she's like, man, you know everybody. I go, I've been doing this a long time. It's the family, right?
Yeah.
And she's been playing for a year and a half now. And I think everybody likes her more than me now. So,
I can guarantee that.
Yeah,
That's not a
she bought in, and she's now part of the Overline family. So she's got
Absolutely.
friends for life.
For years, at the OTL tournament, was the only time I would run into friends from high school.
Yeah.
I wouldn't see them for the rest of the year, and it would just keep running into the same, not even the same group, just people I hadn't seen since high school. I see them every year now.
There are people that travel into San Diego
Oh, yeah.
for this tournament.
Well, 100%,
all over
yeah.
the place. People who've left San Diego come back for this tournament. It's amazing.
Yeah, and like you were talking about the sister groups or whatever, there's Yuma has a huge over the line family, huge group over there.
Yeah,
Phoenix has a huge group, and they travel, man. They travel back and forth. We go out there and play. They come out here and play. We all go to
You don't
Phoenix.
go to Phoenix in the summer.
No, they come out here. We go there in the winter. Prescott's got an over the line. Huntington Beach has an over the line group. We play tournaments in Mexico. We still play down Rocky Point 2 or 3 times a year. So there's over the line spread. There's a group in Alaska that plays. So they have their tournaments up there. So
What an Iceland.
So a great story, and I don't even think that I told you this, but on our OTL at ombac.org email earlier this week, I got an email from, and I don't know him personally, Hopper, but lives down in Costa Rica, and they help out with a bunch of kids. They've got 30 kids, asking how he could get over the line balls so that he can teach them all over the line. So it's going to be something that we're sending down some balls to get them to start playing down in Costa Rica as well.
Very cool. Nice.
Yeah, really cool.
So I have some questions here for some viewers, and maybe you guys can field them. Adam Paul asks, who do you all think is on the Mount Rushmore of OTL players?
I think that's
Currently?
Yeah.
Currently?
The best player ever is Chuck Cromar.
Right.
Yeah.
He is number one. Yeah, he's passed away. I would say currently alive, if you ask me who the best over the line player on the beach is, Justin Hargrove.
Yeah.
He is the best. Scott Bello he's got the most wins in men's open and still currently plays and is super competitive. Jeff Briggs, he's an OMBAC member, is just a machine. I mean, there's John Holbrook is one of the best players. He just got inducted into the Hall of Fame. If you've ever been to his house, he's got a room in there he's a big hunter, and it's his hunting trophy room. And on top of all the mounts, He's got all of his OTL trophies, and they go all the way around. And I think he's won, I'm guessing, it's like about 150 tournaments between ours and all the other ones in Arizona or whatever. The guy is just a phenomenal player. He just got elected in the Hall of Fame, so he would be right up there in that group. I'm not quite there yet. I think I'm peaking this year, so we'll see.
So we did bring
we'll talk-
gloves in. Did we tell you we brought gloves in?
Yes.
Well, you just got out of junior spot.
Yeah,
Right.
oh gosh, man, my
Yeah.
time flies whenever it flies. But Cromar's the best at
Yeah.
for sure. And Justin Hargrove will be the next.
Yeah, he just passed not too long ago.
Cromar, 10 years ago?
Oh, was that long?
Yeah, it was like right when I joined in OMBAC. But there's still a lot of good guys. I mean, there's Whip plays. He's high 60s. I think he's 68. It's right around there. He still plays in men's open.
Oh, yeah.
He's out there with the kids, and what he does is he always gets 2 kids that are new, fresh, green kids, and plays with them and teaches them, and makes them into great players. And then when they become good, they move
They
on.
move on,
And then he'll
next
bring
year.
in the next batch, and then
Yep.
he'll play with them for 2 or 3 years, and then they'll move on. And it's people like that that are spreading the knowledge in the game that are, truly important.
Okay. I'm also right now putting up that artwork that you just sent me. I almost forgot to put that on there.
So that's the artwork that will be on the t-shirts that people can buy this year.
It's really cool.
And that will be in the front left side of the shirt.
Gotcha. I wanted to make sure I got that up before I forgot. Frank Anthony, what team names can you not say on a podcast, but you really can't today?
So here's one that goes with the place we're at. And they won the best team name of the year 2 years ago. Oh, I gotta think about this. I'm fat because every time I fuck your mom, she makes me a sandwich.
It is fitting. Hills Ardell, 1874.
Good plug.
Yeah.
Good plug.
Hey, gotta get a plug in whenever you can,
There were so many good
But
ones. A good one I really liked was my balls are orange, my fingers are tired, and I'm out of Cheetos.
I mean, the one my dad loves and never stops bringing up, Fisty ought to be stitch lickers.
Yeah, that's
I mean, there's so many. There are so many.
Stop the
But there's-
bus and let my
I mean,
brother jack off.
before working the tournament and being part of OMBAC and doing that. I mean, that was one of my favorite things when I go to the tournament. You walk out of your trailer, all of a sudden, I mean, after the national anthem, you just start hearing these names over the loudspeaker, and everyone's just
And
cracking
when you
up
can
laughing.
make the announcer laugh,
Oh,
you've got
yeah.
a winner.
exactly.
It's just hard to do because Smiley is just staunch.
Yeah.
Like, no, nothing phases him.
But there's always a
Every
couple
once in a
team
while,
names.
yeah.
There's always a couple team names that
And inevitably, somebody makes fun of the announcer. They, I wish this microphone was something or whatever. And those teams end up playing on court 50, which is the farthest corner.
And then their next
and
game's at
team's
one.
Court 1, which is the other furthest corner,
Oh, that's
and then
good.
back to 50. So,
Retribution.
yeah, and people still do it every. They know it's going to happen, but every year somebody makes fun of the announcer. It just,
Yeah.
it's worth the pain of the walk, I guess.
Joel Contreras asks, who was the best Miss Emerson? I don't know if that's a rhetorical question.
Yeah. That's
I believe it is, but
Wow.
We're going to piss
Yeah.
off all the
Yeah.
other
Yeah,
ones.
all of them.
I have a feeling that would be the answer. So let me take it another direction. How was Miss Emerson created? How was that idea birthed?
Oh,
Yeah,
so I believe it was 1974 was the first one. And the name Miss Emerson comes from the old Knock Knock show. Knock Knock,
Who's there?
Emerson,
Emerson who?
Emerson Big.
Oh, okay.
Which is not a qualifier to be an Emerson, by the way. It's not.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think back in the day, that's kind of how it was felt. But now the Emersons, at least since I've been in the club, are just—they're so helpful. They're so,
Oh, yeah.
they're just they're part of the family. Most of them are players now. Most of they're
That's
just
a good one.
yeah.
I didn't make it up.
No, sorry, I'm still
It's
laughing
still
my head
processing.
about it. Go ahead.
Anyways, I just want to say that is the stigma of the Emerson, Miss Emerson. But again, it's changed a lot now. The girls are really just such good helpers and represent the sport, represent OMBAC, and
Yeah, they helped give OMBAC a good name. They really do. There's one thing we do each year, usually the first weekend in December, is we take the fire truck out, Bill was talking about, and we go through the beach community and hand out candy canes to kids. Well, it's crucial that the Emersons come and help us with that. Otherwise, it's a bunch of old guys giving candy to kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that.
They
Nobody
Chris
wants that.
Chris Hansen's down the street.
Yeah.
And some of the guys aren't allowed out there anyways.
Yeah, I mean, it's really evolved into, they're like our ambassador throughout the year for a lot of our charity stuff. They've worked their ass off. I mean, we're all very grateful as members to have that group of females with us. If I could just shout out one, I mean, Carlin was in Emerson a long time ago.
2000.
Yeah, I know, so I was even gonna bring it up, I
I'm
don't want
sorry.
to date her, but she still looks great, by the way. but-
2025.
She's out there a week before the tournament, digging the holes for where the water's buried. I mean, she just busts her ass.
Yeah,
She's great.
she's
And a lot of them are. I don't want to exclude any of them. We have a lot of good ladies attached to the club.
My favorite's Jackie. And the only reason that is because she was to Emerson when I was a rookie. And she was like the first person that was nice to me. Like, I didn't even know who she was. I didn't know she was at Emerson. I remember it's the first event I worked at was on volley. And she was so nice to me and so helpful. I'm like, I don't know who this lady is, but man, she's got the hots for me or something. I don't know. And it ended up she was the Emerson and just that connection, she will always be my favorite.
And it's nice to have that when you have a bunch of guys yelling at you.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Right?
Yeah,
So,
So that's,
Sorry, I think it says a lot for them too, how invested they are because they keep coming back, staying with the club.
Yeah.
But they're Emerson for a year, with the exception of Fathom, who was 2 years because of COVID. But they keep coming back and participating and helping out with the club. So that says a lot for them.
the Emersons actually also have their own over the line tournament that we help with, but they run the whole thing in October for breast cancer awareness. And so they donate proceeds to that. And it's a huge tournament. I mean, ladies only.
You brought up a good point. I actually meant to ask you. So during 2021, what did you guys do through COVID? Were there tournaments?
Well, for 2021, was it 2021 or actually 2020?
2020 canceled.
Yeah, we didn't cancel it, the city did, because the city shut everything down. So we couldn't have the tournament that 1 year. But statute of limitations is up.
Yeah.
On the day of that would have been the tournament, the club all gathered at Fiesta Island and hung out together. So it's good.
but as the
Language.
as the players, we did play that whole year. We just didn't do it at the beach because the police and stuff were watching. We'd go to parks out in El Cajon and Alpine and all over the place out in East County where we could get away with it. We played all year long.
Nice. Very that's
Yeah,
dedication.
OMBAC just couldn't put it on.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we modified 2021. We had a single weekend tournament.
Right.
Not really the same feel, but at least everybody got out there and got to play some OTL. So
Not so much a question, but last one here. My friend Jackie Tashinsky wanted me to say hi, guys. She's very much into OTL.
Awesome. Awesome.
She reached out to me.
What's her team name?
I'm going to go over the dates right now. So the dates for 2020, what are we, 2026 now? I'm trying to find my picture here. See, this is part of the problem I have. I'm trying to do two things at once. So July 11th and 12th, and 18th and 19th. Is that correct?
Yes.
It's always the second and third weekend in July.
Good to know. Okay. So
And the first weekend, sorry, maybe you were going to get to this. The first weekend,
what is the first weekend?
that's the one when everybody comes there just for the spectacle.
Yeah.
Not to say the spectacle else does.
Spectacles.
Sure,
Yes.
sure.
Boobies!
But that's the big.
Yes.
There you go.
Boobies!
But that's the.
That's my wife.
That's your teammate.
That's the big-
Go back.
We've already got you signed up. So, I mean,
Hilltop
to
Deli,
that
that's
point,
on court three.
I mean, that's again, one of the great things about this tournament is that even if you're not playing, even if you don't have a team signed up, there are so many things to do out there. We talked about the cornhole, a couple different areas to go to. There's bars out there. It's probably maybe maybe the only time that you're allowed to bring your own alcohol out on the sand.
Right, we make that part of our.
That's part of it.
So people are allowed to bring their own.
So you can bring your
alcohol, just no
cooler
glass.
and, hang out with your friends. But I know a lot of people that come out who've never played the game before. They come out, they hang out, watch
Every
great
year.
games, watch
Every
every
year.
single year. Watch great games, hang out. It's free to go. So
Right.
we don't charge you to get in. It's free to walk through with your cooler and your friends and come hang out, have a great time with
And if
everybody
you don't
else.
want to bring a cooler, we do have a public bar.
Yeah.
That people can go into, and we sell food. And in fact, in one of the areas at Big Al's, I'm sure people have heard of Hodad's. ODAD supports us every year. They donate burgers, so we're actually selling ODAD burgers.
Best burgers on the planet, I heard in the kitchen.
Well, maybe one day he'll have deli out there.
There you go.
There you go.
So how can people, I'll pull that picture up again. How can people get there? How can they get,
It's
and how's
Fiesta Island.
parking?
So back in the day, we used to park all the way around the island. It was quite a walk to get into the tournament. But these guys have put together a preferred parking area, so a paid parking area. And I think this year you're doing something different,
Yeah.
where you can pay just by day.
Yeah,
Not for the
so
entire
we
tournament.
so we started this last year. You used to buy a 4-day pass. It was however much it was, now it's $40 for a 4-day pass. But if you're somebody who just comes out for a single day, we do have parking for $20, which everything I've heard on the news, you can't find anywhere in San Diego anymore, not even Balboa Park.
And we don't have meters.
Right. But you come about 3/4 of the way around the island, so instead of finding that first spot in the dirt, which you then have to go back to and wait in traffic to get off the island, in the morning you come 3/4 of the way around the island for $20. We park you directly across from where the courts are. You can bring all your stuff, right there, and then when you're getting off the island, you're already 3/4 of the way past all the traffic that's there.
Smart.
Yeah.
Or we do have a rideshare area
Yep.
for pickups and drop-offs.
Right.
So that's another option if you don't want to drive, or if you know you might get a little overserved.
Or back to that RV lot.
There you go, back to
Yeah,
RV
yeah,
lot or whatever.
yeah.
But there is a rideshare area, so that's definitely an option that's available. We used to provide a bus service, which we don't do anymore, so.
Right. That would just cost prohibitive, unfortunately. A lot of people ask, are we bringing back buses? Unfortunately not. The bus company we worked with moved their yard out of San Diego, so it's
Although if there's a bus company out there that wants to,
Yeah.
Well,
wants
talk
to
to
do
us, talk to
it.
us.
Yeah. If you're on a bus and you want 100 drunk people.
Right.
Yeah, but the rideshare drop-off is right near where the paid parking is, so you're getting dropped off right at the main entrance.
Now, the artwork that I have pulled up on the screen right now does include a QR code.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, so
yeah, I know what I'm doing. So, scan that QR code right now, somebody else's phone, or
Yeah, that QR code will take you directly to our website, and it has everything on there. It has everything about juniors, has everything about the club, has everything. We do Surf, which is another surf contest we do in September. The juniors, the big tournament, all of that information is on there. Links to all of signing up a team, to signing up for juniors. RV parking. We have an area called the Circle of Champions, which is open to everybody, where you can come, you buy a ticket, and you got drinks and food and seats in there on a nice grass area versus the
And
sand.
that's an in and out thing all day.
Yeah,
So you can go, you can't take
Can't
your
take
alcoholic beverages out because the ABC license doesn't allow that. But you can go in there, have a drink, sit in the shade under an umbrella, and then go out, watch some more games, walk around, and go back for more food and more drinks.
and I think the name Circle of Champions we've talked about for a while, but some people think that it's not open to the public. It's
Right,
absolutely
absolutely.
open to the public. So you can buy single day, multi-day passes for that, but all of that can be found on OMBAC.
And the food's provided by Bully's East and Old Town Mexican Cafe, so
Right.
it's,
Oh, nice.
it's
Yeah.
good.
And it's
quality
only
Good
food.
stuff.
It's a buffet.
my favorite kind of food.
Yeah.
All you can eat.
Yeah.
All right, well, that kind of wraps up that right now. Do you guys have anything else you might want to add? Anything we might have missed? No. I know you got your notes there.
Yeah,
I'm trying to look through them real
Look your
quick.
notes.
We are trying to do a military division this
Oh,
year.
yeah.
We gotta get working on that one, especially with the 250th birthday of the country. So we're trying to get a 32 team division with gloves, because you can't let those guys get hurt.
Yeah.
And it'll be it'll be free of charge for the military guys. The first 32 teams that sign up. So that's something new we're doing this year, and that'll probably just be a 1-year thing, I think. Yes, it's really popular, and maybe we'll
Right.
keep doing it.
Seems like whatever you guys start with, it's really great. It
Yeah.
keeps going. That's the trend I'm noticing.
We've done Wounded Warriors in the past as well, which is, it's always been, especially San Diego, big military town, so.
We had, I don't know how many years ago it was, but we had a Wounded Warrior division.
Yeah.
What about the one year we had the Navy SEALs, or the leapfrogs,
Parachute in.
parachute
Oh,
in
cool.
off the plane, they landed on port 21 and immediately discarded everything and played a game against who was it,
Yeah, I
Saddam
don't remember.
Hussein,
Yeah, yeah.
Gaddafi, and
Yeah.
who's the leader of Cuba, whatever that
Right,
guy.
right.
yeah,
Castro.
whatever. Castro, yeah. So it's three guys dressed up as them were playing the Navy SEALs or the leapfrogs. That was a classic one. Yeah, that's a good OMBAC story there.
Yeah.
I mean, major takeaway is all of us, many of us who are from San Diego have talked to somebody and said, "Oh yeah, I've heard something about that.
Yeah,
I've heard
remember
that. Come out in July. Like, get out there. It's still a blast. It's definitely toned down from maybe what it used to be, but it's a blast. It's so much fun to have everyone out there."
I'll share one thing that I think is kind of funny, because we talked about this recently. A lot of people, I don't know if they confuse or just don't know enough, but they confuse the over-the-line tournament with the club itself, OMBAC. Funny story, a couple of weeks ago, I was in a supermarket, and I was wearing an OMBAC shirt. And somebody in front of me in line saw my shirt and said, "Oh, is OMBAC this weekend?" Well, OMBAC is
OMBAC's
all
the
year
club.
round. The over-the-line tournament
We don't
is
go
in July.
We don't go anywhere.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's an important correlation. All right, well, unless you guys have anything else, I'm gonna wrap it up here.
I'll throw out one last thing.
Sure.
If there's anybody who remembers the old COP that OMBAC used to put on, it was a big beach party, went away, gone for like a decade or so. We're looking into doing that again. So we're trying to bring that back next year. So if anyone hears a buzz about that, we're working on it. It's not a rumor.
And again, go to your website,
Yep.
save it your
Yep.
favorites, all the info's there,
Yeah.
contact info.
Been updated recently, so it's much more modern than it was website-wise. Junior OTL next Sunday, Fiesta Island,
All right,
That's
well,
free, right?
and it's free. Yeah. So junior over the line per player is $5 per player for the first two tournaments, but that includes lunch, right? And then our championships for the juniors is free.
That's August.
Yeah.
I have the operator pulled up now, I see.
Yeah.
All right, well, cool. Well, with that, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys for coming out.
Thanks for having us on.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
thank you very much, Joe.
Make sure in the best deli in East County. Thank you very much, and catch you guys soon.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.